WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
News. I'm Chris Foster. At least 3 people are killed, dozens injured by a tornado in Perryton, North Texas. About 200 homes are reported to be destroyed.
The devastation was unbelievable. It took a tanker truck and threw it into a pasture. It had all of the lines were knocked down.
Sabrina Devers speaking to Fox Weather. The town firehouse is destroyed. The fire chief says a trailer park took a direct hit and 1 person died there. An accused leaker of military secrets could get up to 60 years in prison if convicted.
A federal grand jury in Boston has indicted 21-year-old Jack Teixeira on 6 counts of willful retention and transmission of classified data. Teixeira was a member of the Air National Guard 102nd Intelligence Wing in Massachusetts and is accused of posting classified material to the social media site Discord.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. The legal age of consent in Japan has been raised from 13 to 16 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, I think I can start this day off with saying TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. And it's Friday the 16th.
Yes.
Okay, got it right. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly now.
And welcome to the Friday edition. And who are you?
I feel slighted. I'm Lee Barrows. I was worried you didn't know your name. No, I was like, and then he kept on.
She was waiting like, too long.
I
think she was just trying to get it together, so I was trying to cover for her.
Oh, God. That's gracious.
It is Friday, and going into a very nice weather-wise weekend. It's going to be absolutely drop-dead gorgeous for a change, and so we're happy to have that coming up ahead of us.
Because next week looks a little rainy.
Yeah, well, a little rain before the whatevers. And there's a fishing tournament this weekend. There's the that Redfish Madness tournament, and they had a captain's meeting last night. So a bunch of boats are entered. People coming from outside Onslow and surrounding areas too. There's folks coming from South Carolina. It looks like so they got a great weekend for it. And there are some reds in the rivers, and one of them's in a pot that I got cooking in there right now from a couple of days ago. Oh yeah. So the folks down at Tie-Line Marine are going to eat well today for their lunch. So anyway, I cooked up that pot of fish stew for them.
Speaking of Tie-Line Marine, I went by yesterday, and I always have to visit upstairs.
Oh yeah, you're
2 little saleswomen upstairs.
That's my girls.
After I got my hugs,
my girls.
They were just working on me. But I did end up with some treasures.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I was so happy. It was like, I've been looking for this forever. And yeah, so they hooked me up.
Got you going. Girls. And so anyway, coming up later this morning, about a half hour, we've got one of our county commissioners going to be joining us in here, Royce Bennett. And we're going to be talking about swimming pools.
Yeah.
Amongst other things, no doubt, but swimming pools.
I'm very interested in this.
So they're I think everybody in the county would like to have a public swimming pool. I don't know anybody who doesn't want a public swimming pool, but there are those who don't want a public swimming pool because of the possibility of we're having to pay for it with extra taxes.
I don't think this is a public swimming pool, though.
Well, I don't know.
I'm sure Royce will give us all the 411 on this.
Yeah, we'll find out. One less scumbag walking among us this morning. A Florida man convicted of the 1984 killing of a babysitter as 2 children slept and murdering a woman in a separate case was executed yesterday, a little after 6 o'clock, after being one of the state's longest serving death row inmates. Why, in the name of heaven, convicted for these crimes, sentenced to death, why would it take, what's 15 and 25, that's 40 years?
Why was he on Florida death row so long? Aileen Wuornos was not on that long. They put her to death.
Why?
They killed her quicker than they did
him. I mean, no.
I don't understand.
This is the kind of crap that is try that the anti-death row people are doing everything they can to say, well, you know, if they're going to be there that long, there's no need of executing them. Yeah, there is, but a lot sooner than this. Once you're convicted, once your appeals go through, unless some major evidence comes out to show you didn't do it or that the courts acted in the wrong way, there is no reason to do this. Dwayne Owen was given a lethal injection, pronounced dead at 6:14 at the Florida State Prison in Stark. The 62-year-old POS was sentenced to death for the March 1984 rape and stabbing attack on 14-year-old Karen Slattery and for the rape and killing of Georgina Warden in May the same year, both in Palm Beach County. He also attacked 2 other women in Palm Beach County, but they survived. The Florida Supreme Court rejected Owen's most recent appeal last week, and the U.S. Supreme Court said it's about time, move on. A defense psychologist testified earlier this month that Owen believes he absorbed the souls of the victims and that they still exist inside him.
What?
I'm so sorry. You psychologists, you need to go get another life. Maybe you could babysit this dude. Why don't you sleep a few nights in his cell with him and analyze him there?
Mm.
That's all I can tell you. If y'all want to play these games,
What has happened
Because
to
I'm just looking this up. Aileen Wuornos spent a little over 10 years on death row in Florida.
which is 9 years too long.
I agree, but why did she get killed 10 years and he stayed on there for 40? I just want to know what's the
Probably
difference?
about $60,000 a year it costs the
Mhm.
taxpayers of
Like,
Florida.
40 years. Come on now, that's just too.
I just
I don't understand.
I
Just
don't
curious.
understand anything.
Yeah, just curious.
2 people shot Thursday at the end of a parade and rally to celebrate the Denver Nuggets' first NBA championship, and a police officer was struck by a fire truck in a separate situation at the event. The shooting occurred after the parade and festivities at according to the Denver Police Department, 2 victims were found. A gunman shot 2 males in a targeted incident, Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas told reporters during a news conference. What is going on in Denver? Look at that crowd of
Yeah,
fools.
they're excited. It's the first time they've
Investigators
ever won.
believe the shooting was not related to the event.
Mhm.
They have an image of a guy who remains unidentified
Mhm.
and not in police custody. In a separate incident that occurred an hour prior to the shooting, Denver SWAT Sergeant Justin Dodger was struck by a fire truck transporting several Nugget players near the end of the victory parade. What? I'm sorry. Get over it. They won or they lost. It's going to get to the point that they're going to ban all these post-event celebrations
Mhm.
because it happens all the time. It's been happening for decades. People get hurt. People get killed.
Well, did you see that American tourist was killed in Germany
Yep.
at the Neuschwanstein Castle
And another, and he got
by an American, no less?
they were lured there.
Yeah, lured on a trail. The 2 young girls,
2 of
21,
them.
22. He was 30-year-old American man. They were hiking on that trail, kind of east of the bridge, and he put them on a path and physically attacked the 21-year-old. And the other woman tried to intervene. He choked her and pushed her down a steep slope, and
Yep.
then tried to sexually assault the 21-year-old and pushed her down the slope. They fell 165 feet, and a mountain rescue had to come get them, and the 21-year-old died.
Yep.
He's
And-
been arrested.
Yeah, I assume that
how-
they will take action there very
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, not like here.
Yeah, not like here.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good, Rayford. How are you doing this morning with
Hey,
the ladies? You all look good on Facebook.
Lou?
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, Rayford, when you get our age,
It is what it is.
Rayford,
it
you
is
look
what
fine.
it is. We do the best we can. Just quick comments. I look forward to Royce being there talking about this pool. That Denver thing really bothered me a lot. When they won the night they won the championship, 20 people were injured,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you're right. It's going to come to a point where when cities win championships, they're going to bar celebrations because it turns into just wild chaos and just people just losing their minds.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know that in the story I heard, the policeman, and I hope he's doing better. There's a chance he may lose his leg that was hit by the fire truck.
Right.
He was actually trying to keep people from getting to the players, protecting players. He gets injured by a fire truck. These celebrations have gotten out of hand.
They have.
Every championship in any sport, even in college basketball, even in North Carolina, when our teams are in it, they're burning things and things like that. What happened to celebration of, hey, we did it, let's celebrate, have a good time, but not hurt anybody?
That's not what it's all about. They get caught up in
No.
it, and I, towns have been partially destroyed where the celebrations were held. It's what happened to the good old ticker tape parades, like when the astronauts came home. When situations
went
like that
away.
happened, and all they did was stand
They
up
went
there, threw a lot of ticker tape down from the tops of the buildings, and of course, the most they had to do was clean it up.
Yeah. And, unless somebody didn't like whoever it was, and then maybe dropped a bale of paper that was all wrapped together. But these things are getting way out of hand. Just like the first story about the person that died in prison. I agree with you. You get found guilty. You've gone through the process. I understand DNA now has come a long way. But bottom line is, if you're guilty, you're found guilty by your peers, you go through your process. I got a better idea. Ship them all to Alcatraz and let them live there amongst themselves.
I think if we don't have the room, if we just want to release people from our prisons just because we're already overcrowded, then we need to contract with the great country of Mexico. They got lots of room in their prisons. And I will tell you
Well,
what,
they should.
once you go there, and you will not be released early, because Mexico would not be getting any money from the U.S. if they released you early. Then at that point in time, you will spend your full time in Mexico in prison, and it ain't going to be nice.
Well, that's a great idea. I'd like to add one other place they could possibly go to, and that's Russia.
I'd send them to Turkey first.
Okay, Turkey, and then part of their trip they can go to Russia for the rest of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know you've got commercials to do before Royce gets on and stuff there. It's one of the things I wanted to talk about, but I look forward to having Royce on and explaining
He'll be in just a couple of minutes, and we'll get the full story on the concept of this proposed pool here.
Looking forward to it. You three have a good day.
Thank you.
You too, Chris.
That stuff in Denver, I don't understand it. A cop trying to protect the people at the event, trying to protect the guys from the team. A fire truck is transporting them. Several of them were on board the fire truck. And he was struck by the fire truck.
Mm-hmm.
And he might lose a leg.
I know, it's terrible.
How does that go down in history? Is this celebration worth that at all?
Good question.
What's a leg worth?
A lot more than a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
That's no longer a celebration.
No.
Could have become a memorial service. The shootings were unrelated to it. It
You're
just
right.
happened.
You're right.
But I'd say no. Just blow it off.
I'm just
You
happy.
won. We'll move on to next year and see if you can do it again.
I'm just happy that most of all our graduations that I've heard across country have been unscathed.
Knock on wood.
Yes, going smoothly. Well, they should be about over now.
I hope.
I hope so too.
So whatever's. Okay.
Well, here's a bizarre story right here that I came across. A Cape Cod venue allegedly canceled rising country star singer Carly Teff's planned performances
Why did they cancel that?
after she sang the national anthem at a Donald Trump rally in April. She spoke with the Howie Carr Show on Wednesday about receiving a call from the owner of Harvest Gallery, a restaurant that features art and music in Denver, Massachusetts, just 5 days after her Star-Spangled performance. Although she had performed at Harvest Gallery multiple times, she claimed that the owner said he had to cancel her future appearances due to controversy.
Because she sang the Star Spangled Banner, or because she did it at a Trump
Donald
thing?
Trump. He said he felt his customer base would feel, he used a very specific word, threatened
Threatened by what?
by her singing.
Well, how was
you know.
her singing threatening anybody?
Well,
How is that? I'm curious. Like, how is her singing threatening anyone?
it's not. But it's just what according to Teff's account, the owner compared placing her name on the live music schedule to hanging obscene artwork on the wall.
What?
There's some people have some issues in this country.
I was reading that and I'm like, really? You've got to be kidding me.
I have a family member that is a devout Democrat, but I love her. And she wants to sing the national anthem in my house. Let her sing. I don't care. This is just gone beyond bizarre. And we think we've seen stuff now. You just wait as we get closer. It's going to be a hayride.
I for the good of the rest of the country, people need to get a grip. Kind of warm here this past couple of days.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice, though.
Not out there in Cascade, Colorado.
Snow.
The summit of America's mountain will be a blizzard there Monday night.
Ooh.
No, Monday.
They can keep that. We can keep
Most
that blizzard.
Definitely.
A blizzard
Mhm.
in June.
They can keep that
In
blizzard
Colorado.
there. Yeah.
Do you see any correlation here, Colorado and then the Nuggets thing? A blizzard, and then the Nuggets celebration, which is not anymore a celebration any longer, should not be considered a celebration. Wow.
I think it's unsettled weather. Texas had a tornado last night,
Yeah.
killed 3 people.
Yep.
Yes. Wiped out a trailer park.
Mhm.
Sad.
Why did somebody have everything against trailer parks?
You stand no chance in a trailer. Well,
No,
not
'cause
really in
they're-
a house either, but
Little Timmy, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Don't y'all just love this United States of the Offended? I mean, don't you just love it?
Yep, I do.
That's what I call it. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, it's just, we offend so many people by doing very, very little. I mean, they just open up, get you, and they don't have any thick skin anymore. And I'm offended. I could care less. Maybe I'm too old. I mean, I don't understand it because I just don't care if you're offended or not. If I want to say something to you, I say it.
Well, they
if
use
I
the
think
word
it's true, I'm gonna say it.
But Tim, they even use the word threaten, and I'm still trying to figure out how you are threatened by a person singing. I'm confused.
Well, it's one or two reasons. Either they don't want them to do the Star Spangled Banner, so and people are getting that way, or
oh, those are fighting
she
words.
sang at the Trump rally.
I
Yeah.
think it's the
Or-
Trump. I'm thinking it's the Trump thing.
Oh, I got it. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it
the way
is.
I feel about it. It's the Trump thing, but it wouldn't be any difference if if somebody sang at a Biden rally. It makes somebody mad, and
Yeah.
you gonna make. I could care less.
Charlie Daniels performed at the inauguration of Jimmy Carter.
Yep.
I still liked
Jimmy
Charlie
Carter fan?
Daniels after
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
did not bother me.
He was a Jimmy Carter fan, and he made no bones about it.
I don't care who you support. Okay, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Mhm.
to fight you over it. I'm just going to not support who I don't want to support.
And I heard him say one time, after he lost the election, and he said this. Well, I'm glad Ronald Reagan's in there because he didn't like what Jimmy Carter did, and he said I was a supporter, but I didn't like what he did. But this, that, and the other. Didn't like what he didn't do. Whatever. But it just you're not going to please everybody. But yeah, Jimmy Carter, he was the one down in history to be the sorriest president we had in my time. But we got one beating him now.
Well, we've had one
He
already.
feels good about
We've already had one beat him and beat Carter, and then that was Obama, and then
Yep.
along comes his vice president, and then he's on topping that one. So you know what? It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
1, 2, 3 punch here.
I mean, our track record ain't too good. We've had, we have had Reagan, and I will give Trump credit. He tried, but we've not had a stand-up guy, in my opinion, a real stand-up guy, in my opinion, since basically Reagan.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump tried. I give him credit. He tried to be a stand-up guy. And I remember years later, experts were talking about it. Said one reason that the whole world was scared of Ronald Reagan is because they watched his old westerns and his war movies.
That's what happened with
scared of
the
it.
Iranian Khomeini back in the time
Yeah.
when he was holding all of our people hostage. And that was the word that came out. The only thing they knew about Ronald Reagan is because they watched him shoot people on TV and in the movies.
Yeah.
And he still carried the same 6-shooter even when he was in the White House.
Yep, he sure did. I mean, he was the first president I ever got to vote for.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably should have quit then. My track record would have been perfect. I'm stupid me didn't. It's just that I've been calling it for years, the United States of the offending instead of the United States of America. It's just people get all on board with everything, transgender, Black Lives Matter, and I've been looking on some of these people talking on YouTubes and TikToks, and I've had black people come up. Now, what did Black Lives Matter really do for you? And they just said nothing. They took the money and they ran, didn't do nothing. So yeah,
Kind of like labor unions.
yeah, they bought houses, they just did all that kind of stuff. It's just another money making scheme. It's just as bad as the pyramid deal.
Reminds
It's
me of
another money making scheme.
Reminds me of the PTL club from yesteryear.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
remember that, Rafer? We called it pay the lady.
Yeah,
That's what we called it.
Or pass the loot.
Woo.
One or the
Yeah.
other.
Air conditioned doghouse.
There you go. All right.
Those I like nice things. All right, y'all be good.
Yeah,
and I
you
hope
too.
y'all have a great weekend.
You too,
And
Tim.
I'm glad to see you better.
Thank you.
All right.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll take a break, do a little bit of weather. Then on the bottom side, the flip side of that, we've got Royce Bennett in the house. And I got a Gillette razor up there he probably needs to borrow. We'll be right back.
Ray Magliotti here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You get how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Straight Talk Wireless now has the new iPhone 13 with cinematic mode, which lets you focus on what matters. And with Straight Talk, you can focus on getting the best deal. Our Silver Unlimited plan is just $45 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. And it runs on the largest, most dependable networks, now with nationwide 5G. With the iPhone 13 on Straight Talk, you can share whatever you want, wherever you want. Straight Talk Wireless. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors are engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Each machine features a strong deck with a variety of sizes available, designed to deliver a premium cut. An assortment of attachments and accessories sold separately allow you to use your mower for more than just cutting grass. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional service, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Cannonball!
Serving all of Eastern North Carolina's in-ground pool needs, Saltwater Pools is your go-to for summer fun this year. Whether you're in the middle of building your home or just looking to make your existing home into your paradise, Saltwater Pools will work with you to help make that dream a reality. We can specialize your pool to suit your vision of a personal oasis, with lots of options to suit whatever your budget may be, with features such as spillovers, heaters for those cooler months, wireless pump and light controls, animal-friendly features, rock outcroppings, tanning ledges, custom lighting. Call Saltwater Pools of Jacksonville at 910-333-5055 to start working on your backyard getaway. Focus on top quality installation, competitive pricing, and fully satisfying our customer needs. Saltwater Pools is ready to make your life a lot cooler. Call us at 910-333-5055 today, and we'll have you swimming by July.
Get your saltwater pool today. You'll love it.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following Father's Day specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street on the Richlands Highway in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. Porterhouse steak is only $11.19 a pound. Great on the grill. Beef back ribs, just $2.99 a pound. Single pack T-bone steak is only $8.99 a pound. How about Western style ribs or pork steak, just $2.59 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground beef is only $2.99 a pound. And whole chicken is just $1.49 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. They use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, 2-pound containers of fresh strawberries is only $5. Jumbo Athena cantaloupes, just $2.99 each. How about California navel oranges, 59 cents each. Seedless cubed watermelon is only $3.99 a pound. Tropical mangoes are only 99 cents each. North Carolina grown yellow or zucchini squash is only $1.99 a pound. And fresh North Carolina blueberries are only $2.99 a pint. And you get 2 2-liter Cokes or Sprites for just $4. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street, Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And we're back. Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop for all of your boating and fishing needs in downtown Jacksonville. The only Jacksonville location where you can get all of this, including in-water boat slips, storage on land, and a store with all of the tackle that you would ever want for your fishing ventures. And I'll tell you right now, the guys there, they're out fishing pretty much every afternoon now. As soon as the doors close at 5 o'clock, George heads downriver. And I've got over here in a pot in the room, and the other room is just he's staying warm. It's a pot of fish stew that I made last night with one of George's team members, fellow guys there, Todd from the marina. He caught a nice redfish. So I made a redfish stew, and they're going to eat good today down the Tideline. I can tell you that at noon. And that's the kind of stuff that they do. It's Tideline Marine and family. And everybody there, not only the blood kin, but everybody there is part of the family. Everybody who works there is part of the family. The anglers who come in there, they're part of the family. The customers, they've got a whole a professional team of guides that come in, spend time there. And the good thing about that, when they come in, they share their secrets everywhere except exactly where they're fishing. But they don't mind telling you what kind of bait they're using or what kind of lures they're using. Not a problem. They'll tell you how to catch the fish, but they won't tell you their secret fishing routes. That's the one thing they'll take to the grave. So Tideline Marine with some new boats, and just got word yesterday they got a new line of boats coming in too. That will be another new line of boats coming in. So we'll tell you more about that very soon. Tideline Marine and family, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, much better. Southwesterly winds 10 to 15, 3 to 5 footers, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 10 to 15, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon, coming down 2 to 4, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers a moderate chop, and diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon. And on Sunday, oh, nice. Sunday and Monday together. Southerly winds on Sunday, 5 to 10, seas 2 to 3, sounds and rivers a light chop. Monday, southeasterly winds about 10 knots, still 2 to 3, and the sounds and rivers only a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, high of 88. However, there will be a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 64. Tomorrow, sunny, beautiful, high of 87. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 63. And on Sunday, sunny, high of 90. I like it. We
haven't talked about the Big Rock, but we'll get to that shortly.
Okay.
During the 8 o'clock hour. So we'll see what happened yesterday and how things are going. Not much.
Not much.
And we'll talk about the last 2 days of the tournament today and tomorrow, and see. It's going to be good sailing out there for the last 2
It's
days.
a shootout.
It will be a shootout.
I was watching the boats go out this morning. There was a line.
Nobody's weighed in.
The 500-pounder yet?
big
Nope,
one yet,
not
right?
yet.
Mm-mm.
Nope, that's $750,000 is still up for grabs. 39,000.
39,500.
Yeah, something
Yes.
like that. Royce Bennett, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. I'm excited.
Why?
I'm excited
It's
because
exciting.
I think we're going to be able to put together a deal that'll bring a swimming pool to Onslow County.
We
We've been needing one for many
definitely
years.
definitely need a swimming pool here in Onslow County, a public pool. Because I guess some people have a question at what cost.
Yeah, and that is one of the good points of the deal. I mean, for Onslow County, it's a $15 million facility that we certainly couldn't or wouldn't afford to build on our own, but with having a public-private partnership, we can get away with $3 million, $1.5 million a year for 2 years, and and we can have access to that swimming pool for a lot of the different things, programs that we need in Onslow County.
So it's not the traditional city or government owned pool, right?
That's right. Since I was, excuse me, ever since I've been elected, I've been advocating for a pool. I've run 3 campaigns. People always want a pool in Onslow County.
Yeah.
And I've said, if we can find the right partnership, we can make this happen. And the YMCA is the right partnership. The YMCA is the organization that has the experience running a pool, and they know how to do it. And what this partnership does is it takes the liability and the maintenance issues and the excessive cost away from Onslow County by bringing in a partnership. This partnership includes $3 million from the county, $3 million from the school system, $5 million from the state, and $1 million in private donations to the YMCA. And the beautiful thing about it is if all these partners don't come together and work together, then it doesn't work at all. So we all have to come together. We all have to make our commitments and bring the swimming pool to Onslow County.
So the $3 million from the county Is that right?
Right.
That's tax dollars, and that's over
is.
2 years.
It is right.
How about after 2 years?
After 2 years, our obligation is over.
Okay.
And the agreement that we're voting on next week, I mean, the agreement that we're voting on next week would allow the school swim teams to swim for free.
Mm-hmm.
It will allow all second graders in Onslow County to go through a water safety course for free.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that drowning is the number one preventable cause of death for children in our nation. So all of our second graders will be able to learn water safety. Our Parks and Recreation Department will be able to use the pool for free. Our summer senior Olympics games will be able to use the pool for free. Any citizen of Onslow County, according to the MOU, will be able to go during a specified 3-hour period every week and swim for free. And the public will get a discount. If you're an Onslow County citizen, you'll get a discount on daily swimming fees. And our water rescue teams will be able to use the pool for free to train for water rescue. So we've got so many opportunities here to do some things that we need to do in Onslow County. And look, if Onslow County spent $15 million to build a pool, first of all, people are going to scream bloody murder. But second of all, they're still going to have to charge people to use it. You're not going to be able to let everybody in the county come use the pool for free and not generate any revenue from it. So it makes no sense to think that the YMCA can let our county citizens swim for free every day that they want to, anytime they want to. So there's got to be a charge, some kind of user fee. You don't want to pay for ongoing maintenance of the pool anyway, and I don't either, not with my tax dollars.
Nope.
But but the point is, I mean, this is for 6 years since I was elected, I've heard commissioners say, oh, we don't want the liability. We don't want to pay the insurance. We don't have to worry about the maintenance. The capital expense is going to be too much. We've solved all of those issues with this MOU right here.
I have a question. How much is the YMCA putting in?
The YMCA right now is intended to raise $1 million in the capital fund, in the capital project. Then the YMCA will have to generate enough revenue and raise enough money to pay for ongoing operations.
So they're wanting the bill to be footed to build it, but then they will just maintain the maintenance costs.
That's right. I mean, the maintenance and insurance and liability and everything else will be
Lifeguards.
on the YMCA. Lifeguards.
What now? Okay, my next question, because I grew up in a town with the YMCA, so and I was a member. I know it's a membership, so it's not, you had to pay a yearly membership fee. You had mentioned that the public will be allowed to go in, but that's set hours, correct?
That is set hours. I mean, they're gonna have to specify a 3-hour period for the public. Yeah.
Every day or just one day a week?
Under the agreement, it is 3 hours a week. So,
okay.
Yeah.
What happens if someone goes in there and then doesn't want to leave?
It's called trespassing.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I guess when the 3 hours is up, they'll have to come on the broadcast and say, okay, your free time's up. You got to go.
Okay. Well, I had another question. You had said, so I'm trying to remember what else you said. You had mentioned that if they pay, so the YMCA is actually going to offer just a daily swimming fee.
That's right. That's right.
Instead of having to purchase a membership.
That's right. You can join and be a member and go swim, or you can go in anytime, any day.
So if you're a member,
I'm sure there'll be some days that you can't go, but
if you're a member of the YMCA, then basically you could go.
Correct.
Pretty much at any time, unless they've got.
Unless they got an event going. Or something
I know in Wilmington, because the YMCA would lease out portions of its pool, not the whole pool, but for dive training, for instance, for certification. And because I stood there and watched a number of people go through that course, was there as a volunteer to assist. But they had a small portion of the pool so that dive organizations, certified instructors could use that pool at a fee, of course, which they passed on to their clients. That's part of their deal. And the YMCA there, they had that pool that was semi-public, and they had the YWCA pool, which is also an indoor pool, which was great for the wintertime, semi-public. But there are two public pools there, two city-owned pools, but you still paid a fee to go there. Not a whole lot, obviously, but you still had to pay a fee because there's maintenance, like you say, and lifeguards.
Right.
So there's overhead.
Right.
Huh.
Do we know what they're going to charge for like the daily swimming fee?
We don't know. I mean, I would, you know, as a business person, and you as a business person, you know, I mean, costs go up. I mean, the cost of heating that pool every year is going to increase. So I'm sure
so it's going to be
fees are going to have to be. It's I mean, an indoor pool. It's a 2-pool facility. So there's a recreational pool and there's a competition pool.
Okay.
And as I understand it, and I'm not an expert on pools by any means, but as I understand it, they have to keep those 2 pools at 2 separate temperatures because competition pools have to be cooler than a recreational pool. But my assumption is that, you know, when they don't have competitions, they can change the temperature in the pool and let I don't know, you know, maybe they let the public use it.
Well, the cool thing about that is it's available year round if it's an indoor pool.
That's right. And look, there's another thing that I didn't mention is the VA has agreed to lease space and use the pool for physical therapy for veterans. So there's also a veteran connection here, a VA connection that's going to help support our pool.
I could see some instructors out there who do aerobics, water aerobics, that talk about an opportunity for them to lease a portion of the pool.
Absolutely.
For daily aerobics would be great.
Water aerobics is good.
Water aerobics.
I've done it. That'll tear your body down. That was awesome. Yes, that's a workout.
I
right
have
there.
a question. This sounds great. But what I want to ask is, you've got the county that's being asked for a certain amount, the city and the Board of Education.
Right.
Now, say the Board of Education says, no, we can't do it because we don't have the money because, you know, they're building schools every year. Does that ruin the deal?
That kills the deal.
That kills the deal?
That kills the deal.
I would think that the school board could get a grant for something like this. I mean, they have a high school swim teams now. They have to go to Wilmington to train. What's wrong with this picture?
Well, look, the
I'm
school.
still trying to figure out why the YMCA isn't kicking any money for this. They're national, or actually they're international. I'm just curious, why are they not throwing in any money?
Well, the YMCA, as I understand it, you know, each town or city is a franchise that is independent, and the local YMCA will be the owner of this facility, and not the national YMCA.
But don't they still have to pay
raise the money locally?
Dues to the national YMCA or whatever? Or they? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure.
All right, my next question. I'm a taxpayer, and I already know I don't want my taxes raised. Where is the money coming from the county to pay this $3 million?
Well, I mean, it comes out of our general fund. You know, I've been an advocate for years since Hurricane Florence of increasing our fund balance, and we have been very frugal with your money, and we have significantly increased our fund balance over the last 5 years since Hurricane Florence. And I mean, we've looked at the budget, we passed the budget, and we can find $1.5 million a year for 2 years to fund this project
Without raising taxes.
Without raising taxes. Yeah.
That's a plus.
That can be done. And, you know, we can provide this opportunity for the citizens of Onslow County without taxes.
Okay. We got to take a break. Chris, I know you're on the line, so don't go away. You're live on Local Real Talk. We'll be right back, and more with Royce Bennett. When we get back, we're talking swimming pool.
When Ronnie Watson and Steve Matthews first came to Emerald Isle, they came by ferry or private boat because there was no bridge. As the area grew, Ronnie Watson became mayor. And since that beginning, the Emerald Isle and Atlantic Beach area has continued to grow and is one of the top family beaches on the East Coast. In 1978, Ronnie and Steve formed Watson Matthews Real Estate and joined the residential development of Emerald Isle. They were the developers of several residential subdivisions, including Land's End, Emerald Plantation, and played a part in the development of Emerald Landing, Royal Oaks, Stopin Ridge, and several others. Ronnie and Steve realized that the spectacular growth would not have been possible without the community, military families, and neighbors. Watson Matthews Real Estate, serving Emerald Isle and the Atlantic Beach area since 1978. Phone 252-354-2879 at watsonmatthews.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Burrow Low Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Burrow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train system or visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back, and our guest in the studio, County Commissioner Royce Bennett, and on the line with us right now, Chris. Good morning, Chris. Welcome back.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning.
And belated happy birthday.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's just a couple of questions. So YMCA is a 401c3 nonprofit.
Correct.
Okay. So the this proposal that's being floated around and the county commissioner are going to vote on in the upcoming weeks. So they're asking $3 million from the county commissioners and $3 million from the Board of Education, which the Board of Commissioners funds the Board of Education, correct?
Partially funds the Board of Education.
About 20% of their budget comes from the county.
So will the Board of Education, I know you can't speak for them, you're not on their board, but the Board of Education is going to have to decide whether to spend what they're being asked for a pool versus possibly more schools.
Well, I mean, we have to have the schools, and we have already we've already committed the funding for the next elementary school. As a matter of fact, I think they did the bond sale just a few weeks ago. We got really good rates because we have a great credit rating, but you know, the money's there for the next school.
That comes from the county commissioners, right?
That's true.
School construction does not come out of the school board's budget.
It does
per
come
se,
out. Yeah, it comes out of their budget.
but you have to put money into
we're
their
the ones
budget specifically earmarked for school buildings, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so they can't use that money for anything else.
Right, and look, Chris, that's one of the beauties of this whole partnership is it's a partnership, and there are at least 5 partners, and if any one of them bails out, then this deal falls apart. It has to be a joint partnership between all 5, or it's not going to work. So. We'll see. The county,
fully agree.
The county is leading the way. I think. I hope the county will lead the way by approving this memorandum of understanding, and then we'll see what the city and the Board of Education and the state of North Carolina and the YMCA do their part.
So is it possible that the YMCA? I'm not sure if you're in a position to answer this, but is the local YMCA in a position to borrow funds at low interest rates from national YMCA?
That's what I asked. Yeah.
I don't really know the answer to that. I don't think that that's an option, but I could be wrong on that one. I don't know. The YMCA, as I understand it, will be at our meeting next week to present, I think, and to answer questions like that come up.
Right.
I know the leadership. Look, I know the leadership of the YMCA well, and I believe that they believe that we need a swimming pool, like I do, and that they're going to do the best they can to make this partnership work for everybody. And I think if there was another option that would get this thing done, that they would be exploring that option. Frankly, here, I know those guys well enough, men and women, well enough to know that they're very tenacious, and I think they're going to build a swimming pool. And if this partnership falls apart, then I think they'll still build a swimming pool. It'll be 10 years from now before they can raise enough money to do it. It'll be 10 years, maybe more, before they can raise enough money to do it.
The prices will go up.
And the prices will be outrageous, right? But and the county won't get the benefits, and the school board won't get the benefits, and the city won't get the benefits of the free usage that we get if we go ahead and get this thing done now.
Okay. Well, Royce, is this going to be voted on at an 11 o'clock meeting or a 6 p.m. meeting?
Our meeting
6 o'clock.
Wednesday is 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
6 o'clock.
Wednesday, yes, that's right, because Monday's a holiday.
Right. You can be there.
Oh yeah, I'll be there for that, and they'll be there. Is that what you said, Royce?
I said you can be there.
They'll be there. Yeah, he said they'll be there, Chris.
I think YMCA representatives will be there too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see, and I've always seen, because I've been here since 1968 as a youth, we need a swimming pool.
Yes, we do.
Just I think there's a lot of questions, at least in my mind, just one person.
Well,
Maybe
no,
others.
Chris, I have questions too. I just texted my husband and said, okay, based on, what Roy said, if my taxes are not going up, then I have, I'm leaning more for it now. But then Robin just texted me back and said, it's not guaranteed the taxes won't go up. So Royce, I'm confused.
Well,
Enlighten me.
We have to set the tax rate every year. I mean, I don't know what the taxes are going to do next year. I've said all along, I'm going to do what I have to do to keep the county physically sound. I'm not going to let our county go bankrupt. And if something disastrous happens and the tax rate has to change, then we'll have to do that. But I don't think that $1.5 million a year is less than a penny of the property taxes that we collect. And I do not at all believe with the fund balance that we have that there's any way that this literally small amount of money compared to a $313 million budget is going to force our taxes to be increased.
Okay, let's take a quick break. Hey, Chris, thank you.
All right, thanks, Richard.
Thanks, Chris.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you, Roy.
And then I want to talk about that fund balance when we come back too.
Yes.
You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
Of Ocean Pier Fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south from Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime 910-328-3172.
Good morning, beautiful people. This is Donna Riggs, your local community real estate agent here in Onslow County, North Carolina, servicing Onslow, Carteret, Pender, and the surrounding areas of Eastern North Carolina. I am with Pure 24 Realty in Swansboro, North Carolina, and I am happy to assist buyers, sellers in their home selling and their home buying purchases. So, sellers, let's chat for just a moment. There are buyers currently looking for homes, and homes are selling rather quickly still. So reach out to me at 910-340-0224, and I am happy to come to your home and go over a market report for you to show you what your home potentially could sell for in this market. Buyers, let us meet for coffee on me and have a chat and partner with a local lender here in Onslow County and the surrounding areas of Eastern North Carolina to go over your home buyer budget plan so that we can come up with a budget for you that fits your needs to get you into the home that you can afford and a home for you. Give me a call today to get started at any time or text me if I can't answer the phone quickly at 910-340-0224. And I am happy to meet with you and go over your home selling or your home buying budget plan. 910-340-0224. Donna Riggs, your local community real estate agent in Eastern North Carolina at Pier 24 Realty in Swansboro, North Carolina. I look forward to hearing from you very soon.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Summer vacation season is here, and Mixed Masters Concrete in Beulaville takes this time to remind you to drive carefully. When it comes to concrete, nobody does it harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated, 3661 East Highway 24 in Beulaville. Whether you need concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural projects, Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated serves all of Eastern North Carolina. From driveways, patios, to livestock housing, concrete for outdoor kitchens. Mixed Masters has the concrete, and owner Scott Thigpen will gladly provide a free estimate. For on-site delivery, phone 910-298-6153. And they deliver on Saturdays. Nobody does concrete harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated of Beulaville. When you need ready-mix concrete quick, call Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulaville, 910-298-6153. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow, Jones, and surrounding counties.
WSMU, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. There was devastation from a tornado in Perryton, Texas.
The buildings were just flattened.
Sabrina Devers tells Fox Weather the tornado stayed on the ground for several minutes. At least 3 people are dead. There are reports of 75 to 100 people injured. Perryton's on the Texas Panhandle.
The risk for severe weather continues over the plains, the Mississippi Valley, and the Gulf Coast. Heavy rain and flooding will also be a threat, along with tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. A double murderer is executed in Florida.
Dwayne Owens' nearly 40-year stay on death row ended early Thursday evening when he was pronounced dead minutes after receiving a 3-drug lethal injection. He'd been convicted of killing a 14-year-old babysitter and a 38-year-old mother of 2 in separate attacks in 1984.
Fox's Jack Callahan. A semi-trailer hits a bus and kills at least 15 people in Manitoba, Canada, mostly senior citizens on a casino trip. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
And Kelly has had to go take care of a critter. So,
The dreaded visit.
a 4-legged critter. So we're back, and welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, we have Onslow County Commissioner Roy Spinnerton here, and he's an advocate. He's been involved in working with the YMCA and other entities to get a pool finally for Onslow County, a public pool, private-public operation, with some of the funding coming from Onslow County, some from the school board. And, we've mentioned fund balance a few times, and the county has touted, every county commissioner there has touted how well we have done since Florence. Before Florence, Royce, we were talking off mic earlier. The fund balance before Florence came through here and knocked on our door was how much?
It was somewhere around $10 or $20 million. Rayford.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly the number, but
so the fund balance today
is about 50 million. Yeah. So we put away a lot of money for the next rainy day, so to speak. Yeah.
And the Florence was one of the reasons you guys got together and said we got to increase our fund balance, right?
Absolutely. After Florence, we found out it cost us $10 million almost just to haul away the trash.
Right.
It was a huge expense for the county, and we
But you
struggled.
got it back.
We got most of it back from the federal government and FEMA. It took about 3 years to get some of it back.
But you got it back.
But it's just like, I dealt with a lot of people after Florence personally. If you lost your house, the first thing you got to do is you got to have some savings, because most people like to have some place to sleep every night.
Yep.
And most people like to eat 3 times a day. And if you don't have some money, you can't do that. You can't wait for the insurance company to decide to come and help you, or wait for FEMA for months to come along and help you. You got to have cash to survive until all of these other organizations, entities, governments come in and provide whatever support they're going to provide. And the county was in the same position. I mean, we had to spend our money up front so that we could wait to get some refunds.
Okay. So you didn't lose anything off of that fund balance then in the long run.
I wouldn't say that we didn't, because we didn't get reimbursed 100% of what we spent. But yeah.
So, but now we're in a much better position, right?
We're in a much better position.
Either 2.5 or as much as 5 times as much as we had during Florence, prior to Florence.
That's correct.
So the county has done well, thanks to the commissioners. Good for y'all.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Thank
the county
you.
manager. So we all do appreciate that. $1.5 million with a fund balance of $50 million, $1.5 million per year for 2 years does not seem like it's going to be a tax burden.
I don't think it's going to break the county. If I did, I would not be in favor of it at all. I've always been in favor of keeping the county financially sound.
So part of every year's budget includes adding to the fund balance. Is that right?
Usually, yeah. Since Florence, we have been able to add a little bit every year. Yeah.
So that little bit every year could probably, over a 2-year period of time, without depleting the fund balance, that could be use to help build a swimming pool.
That's true. We may be able to, I mean, you never know. We have to budget by July the 1st for the next 12 months. And we don't really know, a lot of the budgeting is projections. We don't know how much sales tax we're going to collect in the next 12 months. We don't know how many people are actually going to pay their property tax bill in the next 12 months. And we don't know how much state and federal funding we're actually going to get. We know what we think we're going to get, but it's always different. So you always try to spend less than what you budget. And if you spend less than what you budget, then you come out at the end of the year with a little bit of money left over.
So, having been on a much smaller scale, of course, in charge of a department, we always had a budget for having every position filled, 45 in my department, every position filled. Never did I have 45 positions filled.
That's exactly right. And we've got almost 1,400 employees. Last I checked, about 120 vacancies, and you have to budget for those because if you are able to fill them, you got to have the money there.
So 120 positions that are unfilled on an average per year. How much money is that?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that one. I don't want to throw that number out there, but I mean, we're trying.
I'm being realistic here.
Sure. We're trying hard to reduce that number. I mean, we brought it down from 160 just 6-8 months ago to 120, and if maybe we get it down lower than that by the end of the next year. But yeah, I mean, there's a real possibility that there'll be some money left over from vacant positions.
How much was left over for the budget year that's getting ready to end? Any idea? Do you have any idea what you're going forward with? It's was budgeted last year that was not spent or has not been spent, will not likely be spent by the 30th?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I have a question.
I should have brought my budget book with me.
You didn't know there was going to be somebody like me here, did you?
Did you read the budget? No, we won't go there. That was such controversy. If the Board of Education could not meet the obligations that are being asked of them, would the county be willing to pick it up? So instead of paying the $1.5 million per year, you would pay $3 million per year. Is that a consideration?
That has not been a consideration, and it's not been proposed. And I have no idea what will happen if the Board of Education bails out.
And I had somebody text me and said the property is not owned by the YMCA. It's owned by private owners that lease the YMCA that lease to the YMCA. Do you see that as being a conflict or a problem?
I don't, because if you read the MOU, the memorandum of understanding that we're going to vote on next week, if something happens and and we commit our money to this project and the project doesn't work, that property reverts back to the county, and we get our money back in some different ways. So we've tried to address that in the MOU. I know the thoughts behind what they're doing, because the local YMCA is a branch of the New Bern YMCA. So the corporate entity, and then all this gets complicated, the corporate entity is the New Bern YMCA, and nobody wants this property to be owned by the New Bern YMCA.
No,
we want it to be owned by the local YMCA. So the idea is this group has leased at cost. They're not making any money off of it. I know that. I've seen the budget. The YMCA local is leasing this property for exactly what the cost of the mortgage and the insurance and taxes are to and then at the end of the lease term, when the mortgage is paid off, the property reverts to the local YMCA. So,
gotcha. So who actually owns the building now?
It's an LLC a group of investors that were willing to
Gotcha.
support the YMCA and go together and
So-
put their name on the line.
They did buy it from the River of Life.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha. All right. All right.
What other negative comments are you hearing that you could address? Is there anything from the naysayers out there? Property taxes will not increase,
There'll be
not because
some.
of this.
Well, you know, I mean, I hear negative comments, but most of them are because people don't understand what's actually in the MOU. And we've worked hard with this thing. We've worked for 6 months or more, our lawyers and their lawyers and Board of Education lawyers and the city lawyers and we have we've met in closed session and talked about you know, what we need to be assured of to make this deal work. And, you know, things like we need to be assured that our county residents are going to get $3 million worth of use out of this swimming pool. And I believe we've addressed that in the
Yeah,
things that I've told
the deal
you.
seems to
we're
have
able to do.
sweetened.
We've been concerned that, you know, the deal, we give them $3 million and the deal doesn't work. And then what happens? That's been addressed in the MOU, how we can get our money back. And if we give them money and they don't build it, we've addressed what happens if they can't generate enough revenue to operate the thing. All of that is in the MOU. And I think we've addressed all the issues that the county commissioners have brought to the table, and the ones that the Board of Education and the ones that the city have brought to the table as concerns for them. So that's why I think that this is an excellent partnership. It's an excellent opportunity. And it's a chance that we have that we'll probably never have again.
Has anyone studied, like our nearest neighbor was Wilmington, who has public pools. They have 2 city-owned pools. They also have the YMCA, the YWCA pools there, that there are pretty much like you're dealing with here. But even address to see how the expenses that are anticipated line up with the expenses from the 2 public pools, city-owned pools in Wilmington. Anybody done any studies with that about that?
Well, I know that we have statistics from the YMCA pools in Wilmington and in New Bern and in one in Kinston. I can't remember, but about 4 or 5 YMCA pools that we have statistics from. I don't know about the city pools. I don't remember hearing anything about the city pools. But look, I mean, that's not been an issue that's on the table, because the commissioners are not going to spend $15 million to build a swimming pool. So that's not even on the table. So yeah,
I have a question from a listener. Okay. There's a swimming pool in the town of Richlands that is just sitting there going to waste because it's not being used. It's already built, just sitting there rotting away. Why not give the town of Richlands how many 100,000 or whatever they want for it and utilize that? It would save an ungodly amount of money. I think I know the swimming pool they're talking about. Isn't that in front of the old, what was it? Knights Columbus Club or something like that. It was a club there.
Yeah, I think so. I investigated that pool several years ago. It is trying to figure out a way to get a public pool. That pool belongs to a private company. I can't remember what the company was now off the top of my head, but I mean, it's not up to the city of Richlands. And the city of Richlands has never asked us for money for that pool or any other pool. And I can promise you that the commissioners aren't going to give money to anybody that doesn't ask for it. So
and some that do.
Whether or not, you know, what it would take, it seems to me like when I looked at that pool, it was going to take a huge amount of money to make it usable again.
Well, you wouldn't be able to have tournaments there because it doesn't meet the
no, it wouldn't
size.
be good for it wouldn't be good for the school system at all.
That would be kind of a useless event.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. It was a good question, but I would just assure you that I have looked into that. It's been gosh, 4 or 5 years ago. But
I know that
used to
over
be.
the number of years since I've returned to Jacksonville, the there are some limited swimming lessons made available to the public here. Okay, limited, and they were using, and I don't know at what expense, the Triangle Motels swimming pool for just a half dozen kids at a time. Now, you know, it takes a lot. It would take a lot to teach all of the second graders water safety and how to swim. I took swimming lessons. You know where I took them? I was probably 7 years old, maybe 8 at the most. I took them with Jack Amiette, the original, before the Jack Amiette Recreation Center was built.
Mm-hmm.
You know where we had to go? He was the director here. We had to be driven to a place called Cedar Point, and we swam in the Intercoastal Waterway. In the shallows of the Intercoastal Waterway, there was a little beach there.
It was like a pool.
It was like a pool.
Oh, yes.
But it was very shallow, and that's where they taught us to swim. It's a wonder any of us learned to swim, to be honest with you.
Well, Jack Amiette's going to get exciting next summer.
Yes,
with
he is.
baseball.
We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
We're all over that one. We're having
Yeah.
some meetings with them.
I know it. I've heard you talk about that.
Yes.
A
They're
couple
coming
of-
in next week.
A couple other things I'd like to talk about if we got a few minutes.
Yes, we do.
Before I go, because we talked about Hurricane Florence and the damage from Hurricane Florence. And you know what? The fact is, we still have families in Onslow County who have Hurricane Florence damage and haven't been able to get their homes repaired.
Yes,
Blue
I know
tarps are still out
too.
there.
We've got about 100 or more that Onslow Strong Disaster Recovery Alliance is working with to try and working through NC Rebuild and Warm to try to get these folks' homes fixed. After Hurricane Florence, we had people that wanted to make donations to Onslow County in the form of products and goods and money.
Mm-hmm.
And we had no long-term recovery organization to receive those funds. Okay. So we formed this nonprofit called Onslow Strong Disaster Recovery Alliance.
Oh, real quick, wasn't this you that started this?
Well, that's true. I'm the vice chairman, and myself and Raquel Painter with United Way
Raquel, yes. We love
joined
her.
together to start this nonprofit organization. We formed a 501c3 so that we could accept donations, and we got in furniture. We had a couple of warehouses with furniture in it that we were able to give away to people. We raised money. We contributed $20,000 to help people in New River move out when they were all getting condemned. Anyway, and we still are helping people recover from Hurricane Florence. Well, now we have a new hurricane season. I know we don't like that word, but we're having next Thursday, June the 22nd, from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Government Center, 234 Northwest Corridor Boulevard. And this meeting is for community leaders who are able to bring resources to the table in the event of an emergency. Okay.
Oh,
So we're not
excellent.
looking for boots on the ground. We're looking for the people who can bring boots on the ground if we need them. Okay. So we need to have a network. We need to have a network that if we need people to deliver food, we can call John Doe and he has people that can get together and help deliver food. We have a central location, Onslow Community Outreach, that will be our receiving area for goods and services in Onslow County.
Lord,
if we have an emergency.
it was a loud plane.
It was close, huh?
I was like getting ready to get under the desk.
It's going to land in your backyard.
Whew.
But we have a receiving area in Jacksonville, but we need to know locations in Richlands and Swansboro and Sneads Ferry and
Right.
Holly Ridge where we can take products to distribute from there to those communities. So we're looking for leaders who can bring resources to the table if we need them in a disaster. So we're looking for people, places, and things that could be useful in a disaster.
You need like a whole network.
That's right. We need a network. And we're trying to make sure that we have our contacts together. And that's the purpose of this meeting, is to get those contacts so that if we need them, they're available.
Now, this is open to the public?
It is open to the public, but we can only handle about 100 people. So we'd really like the leaders to come, not to bring their whole entourage, but yeah, we need the leaders who can bring resources. You know, the county did a great job after Florence. We had shelters open for 2 or 3 weeks. We bused people to Raleigh. We fed people, but the county can't be a long-term recovery organization. The funds are limited. Even with a great fund balance, there's only so much you can do, right? So, you know, we need an organization here that can receive funds and goods from all over the country, that's a nonprofit, that can then distribute those for the long term after a disaster. Okay.
Have you got a military liaison working with this?
We're always interested in the military I'm not sure. We've got several leaders of the organization here that are looking for people that would be contributory to our meetings. So if you know somebody, if you have an organization, then we'd invite you to come and share what resources you could bring to the table in a disaster. Okay. Does that make sense?
It does.
I have another question for you. Come back from weather?
Yeah, let's do a little bit of weather. We'll take a break and do some weather. You're live in local Real Talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. These zero-turn lawnmowers are engineered for strength, versatility, and durability in one lineup with premium features engineered to leave you with a well-manicured lawn. Step up to the strength, comfort, and precise cut of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series and unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
At Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point, they are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices. Whether you are furnishing your year-round residence, beach house, condo, or office, they have the furnishings to fit any style. Their sales and design teams offer professional and personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture and Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, and appliances by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hashizaki. Financing and local delivery are available. Sound Furniture and Appliance open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point. If your plans include travel or getting on the water this summer, please do so responsibly. This reminder courtesy of Waterway Realty in Swansboro. If you are looking to purchase condominium, cottage, or just a little fishing hut to get away in, Waterway Realty can help. Buying a new or second home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, but it doesn't need to be complicated. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro, can help. Waterway Realty offers personalized service and experience when buying a home and will answer all the questions you may have about schools, transportation, shopping, and all that goes into buying a home other than just the price. Todd Matthews is a local boy growing up in Swansboro and is ready to help you find the home you're looking for. Give Todd a call today, 910-330-8659. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbin Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware, power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with and case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011 B Bridge Street, Moorish City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, prepare with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back. The folks down at Tideline Marine, they're opening their doors in about 3.5 minutes. Come on down and pick up a boat. That's the best thing you can do. You were there yesterday. I signed you up, by the way. I put your name on a contract to buy a boat. One of the Aloha Tritoons. Aloha. I've been in business since 1962. There you go. They've been in business since 1962, the Aloha Boat Company. So they're going to be around for a while. It's not one of those fly-by-night people that buy a business and start a business and they just go out of business or whatever, to sell out. These folks they're in it for the long haul, as they have already proven. And they produce some really cool boats. I can show you with anybody there can show you the difference in the construction of these boats. Just come on by, because there's some other boats that are on the lot for customers' boats and whatever. Not to put them down, because they're nice boats. However, you can walk by and see the difference between those boats and the Aloha boats. It is well worth your time, and to just take a little bit of a few minutes to look at it and let the team there at Tideline point it out to you. These are well constructed. They're plush. The seats in them, I'm thinking about in the middle of the night one night, taking the seats out, the helm seats out, and swap them out on my boat. Oh my God. They are plush.
You need help.
I would be sleeping like at
you
the
need help,
wheel.
let me know.
They're good.
We'll
They're
sneak out
nice.
there.
They're really, really nice seats. They probably cost as much as most people's boots cost, just the seating arrangements on these things. But anyway, they're nice. They're very nice. See the team at Tideline for some special deals. And you know what? It's Father's Day weekend.
Need to go down and get some of those lures I was looking at yesterday.
Some lures, and one young lady came in yesterday. I'm not going to reveal who it was, and she bought something that her dad really wants. They teamed up. The family teamed up. She spent some time looking at it and figured out which ones would do what. She consulted several times on the phone with somebody else.
Was this on lures?
No,
Lures?
this is on.
I saw that turbo hammer. I was like,
a piece of electronics that Daddy wants, and his old one is worn out, so he can get himself a gift. Just tell you that right now. That was so very sweet. So anyway, Tideline Marine, 159 Old Breed Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today. Winds southwesterly 10 to 15, seas 3 to 5, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 10 to 15, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon. When the winds are from west, the fishing will be best. Seas 2 to 4 feet tomorrow, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers only a moderate chop, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon. Going to be a pretty day for that redfish, the Redfish Madness tournament. Oh my goodness gracious. And they get started about like 5:30 in the morning. They run their boats. Some of those boats will run 80 miles an hour. Seriously.
hair in the wind.
And they may be going Brent River. They may be going, they got to go by boat. They got to bring their fish back have to be in the live well.
Right.
They have to be live.
Yes.
Otherwise, you lose points.
Wow.
So, and then they have to put them back in the river.
I'll be putting that fish on oxygen, everything.
Yeah. So southerly winds on Sunday 5 to 10, seas 2 to 3, sounds and rivers a light chop. Be a great day to run offshore and pick up a few Spanish or kings out there and dolphin out there at Christmas Rock, where we've got words of that. So it's only 12 miles offshore. Be a great trip for you. Monday, southeasterly winds around 10, seas 2 to 3 again, sounds and rivers a light chop.
And today we have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 1 p.m. Otherwise, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 87, southwest wind around 7 miles per hour. Tonight, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 11 p.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 66. Saturday, sunny with a high near 86, northwest wind 7 to 9. Saturday night, mostly clear, low around 64. And Sunday, sunny with a high near 88 with calm winds. It's going to be a great 2 days for the Big Rock. The weather's
There you go.
beautiful.
Today and tomorrow.
You got to bring in that 500-pounder.
There needs to be a 500-pounder caught. If they don't bring him in, I guess they just roll the funds over until next year.
Well, I don't know how that works.
$750,000 roll over. That would be nice.
I told you that I bought
Y'all
a
don't
ticket.
want it, I'll take it.
I bought a ticket for the studio here in that
Yeah.
great big raffle they have.
Yep.
If you win, you get $20,000 to your choice of charities.
You can go online to get information about that.
Yes, you. That's how I did it. I
yeah.
bought my ticket
Buy
online.
it online, and the charity of your choice. Put us down as a charity of your choice. No, we're not a charitable organization apparently. So anyway. Back in the studio with Royce Bennett, County Commissioner, and we've been talking swimming pools, also fund balances, and some other future things that going on here in Onslow County. Anything else we need to talk about?
Well, I have a question here, and I think I know what this person means, but did the YMCA have to ask for funding as other nonprofits do each year? County commissioners, it's for the county commissioners. All nonprofits have to ask for funding, such as the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, it's still like once they get up, they want to ask for funds. They've got to apply just like any other nonprofit, correct?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we fund some 35 or 40 different nonprofits every year to the tune of about $2 million. All of those nonprofits are engaged in programs and services for the county that we believe and I believe are a benefit to our citizens, that the services that the county would typically have to provide anyway. For example, we give money to Onslow Community Outreach for the homeless shelter and the food soup kitchen.
Right.
You know, if we didn't have a homeless shelter through Onslow Community Outreach, I believe that the county would probably have to provide a homeless shelter. So they're providing a service that is, I believe, saving the county money. We also fund things like the Boys and Girls Club to do summer programs, because we know there's a huge need for childcare, especially during the summer. So yeah, we fund a lot of programs. The difference that I see is the YMCA funding here is for a capital fund.
It's a one-time investment.
That's right. It's a one-time or two-year investment that will be over and done after 2 years.
How does their plan look on paper? I'm sure you've looked at it as far as them being self-sufficient after 2 years.
Well, I absolutely believe that they will be self-sufficient. I think they're if they're not after 2 years, then I think it could take 3 or 4 years. But I think they'll be. I mean, all the other YMCA pools that I've looked at have become, self-sufficient. There's no guarantee here that they won't come back in and ask for some more money, but we have no obligation after 2 years.
Right.
Our obligation is done. So and so that's where we stand on that. If it was our pool, then we'd have that obligation from now until forever.
Sure. What are the annual expenses, operations wise, anticipated to be? Do you know?
Oh, you're getting into the weeds that I can't remember. I know I've seen them. I've seen them, but I can't remember what it is. But look, I know that the YMCA expects to generate, a lot of revenue just with the new building that they bought there at the
Sure.
River of Life building. They're going to be able to generate a lot of revenue in that building. Just totally
Leasing out offices and stuff.
I don't know a whole lot about the YMCA except what I learned in Wilmington. And I know the YMCA in Wilmington has been pretty self-sufficient for longer than I've been alive. Okay. They built this huge pool, indoor pool. And the entire time I was in Wilmington, they had a pool there. And I was in Wilmington from 1980 something until 2009. That pool, they didn't get any city, they didn't get any county funds. As far as I know, I never saw it in any of the budgets.
Right.
They were totally self-sufficient and extremely active, extremely active. And you got to also understand that even if that YMCA pool or the YWCA pool were not there, or the city pools were not there, there was a big pool at UNCW. The city could have made deals to use that, because I'm sure their arrangements could be made, but they didn't need to. Here, what do we have? We got the Triangle Motel.
We used to.
Holiday City. We got Holiday City.
I have a question. Now, they're looking at bringing tournaments here, swim meets, etc.,
Swim meets, yeah.
which will generate a lot of revenue for our businesses, like our hotels and our restaurants. So is that still part of their future plans to try to become part of that network?
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we talk about this with the sports complex all the
Yes.
time, but the sports complex would be city and or county owned, right? And we would be responsible. The taxpayers would be responsible for maintaining that, right?
Well, maybe this partnership shows us a way that we can do a public-private partnership in a bigger
Correct.
way to provide some of that stuff. I applaud the city for being so forward thinking to go out and buy all that land that they were able to get a hold of and now own and control for recreation in the city. I think that, that's going to give us 20 years of opportunities to develop resources to serve the citizens of Onslow County. I hope the city with nonprofits, if that's the way it ends up pointing, I can see the possibility of some really great partnerships coming out of that.
So I'm being told it's about a $250,000 to $500,000 per year for operational expenses, and that was per the Charlotte and other areas for the Y. So that's what I'm being
Okay.
told. So
Well, I'm going to bail out on you guys.
Okay. We appreciate your time, sir.
I would say the people who ask me if I've lost my razor blade, if your children are looking for Vacation Bible School, Vacation Bible School starts at Blue Creek Baptist Church at 6:00 Monday night. We're doing Keepers of the Kingdom, and I am the king of the kingdom. Okay.
are you going to wear one of those like robes?
Yeah, I got a robe, I got a crown. Look,
Sandals?
yeah, sandals, all the get up, and the kids are going to have a blast. I love Vacation Bible School. I get to take 2 or 3 hours a day off and forget about all this craziness.
I don't know how you find 2 or 3 hours
and
a day.
help
You're in
help
so
these
much.
help these kids learn. And what's cool about it is if you miss next week or if you don't want to go to evening at Blue Creek, we'll be doing the same program at the Protestant Chapel on the base the week after from 9 a.m. to noon. So you can bring your kids to the base chapel from 9 to noon. And then at the end of July, we're going to Maryland to do VBS
Really?
at a church in Conowingo, Maryland.
How you do?
So it's going to be a fun summer. And after the middle of August, this beard will probably go away. But
You picked a hot time of the year.
I know it, but it's all for the kids. We're going to have a blast, and the kids are going to have a blast. And I look forward to get us a swimming pool and a baseball team and the kids having
And you
fun
have
this
till
summer.
midnight tonight to submit your name for that baseball team.
Oh my, that's right.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't.
I did.
I did.
Well, yeah.
No, he
I
says
want
easy.
those. I want those season tickets too. I better get on that. I better get on the.
You better get
better
on
get
it.
on the horn. All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Royce, thank you.
All right.
Let's take a break here live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back. Don't go too far from your radio.
Father's Day is Sunday, June 18th, in case you forgot. So make the Father's Day in your life feel extra special with a gift from Barnes Diamond Gallery. 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Father's Day jewelry has been reduced 40% on all in-store merchandise, except estate jewelry. You are guaranteed to find the perfect Father's Day gift at Barnes Diamond Gallery. With an in-store jeweler, Barnes Diamond Gallery can custom design a special and unique piece just for you. Being family owned and operated for 41 years, many of our area's fathers and grandfathers grew up at Barnes Diamond Gallery. So why not remember them this Father's Day, Sunday, June 18th, with a gift from Barnes Diamond Gallery, 421 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, right here in Jacksonville. Remember, Barnes Diamond Gallery pays top prices for gold, sterling silver jewelry, sterling flatware, and diamonds. Happy Father's Day from Barnes Diamond Gallery.
Hey, remember June 18th is Father's Day. This reminder is brought to you by Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert. Serving our area for over 40 years now, did you know Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer? Whether you're there to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition or a handgun for personal security, Flatwoods Outfitters is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns, shotguns, and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County's only outdoor range to practice and safely learn how to operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommends. The range is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 12 to 4 on Sundays to practice or sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's oldest firearm facility. 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24, between Jacksonville and Swansboro and Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Phone 910-353-7593. Remember, June 18th is Father's Day.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint it, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Well, wrapping up on that vein, I've always could not understand why we did not have a swimming pool here.
I know you've been a big proponent of having one.
I don't get it. It's this city has been around for a long time.
It's huge,
and we have not moved forward in this vein at all. The city, this community, and I'm perplexed.
Liz, I am so glad that he came in and told us what he told us.
I am too.
And gave us a lot of answers to the questions.
I could not understand why, because I was in Wilmington, and moved there when they built their first pool. There was controversy. Let me tell you what the controversy was in Wilmington, North Carolina at that time, because they're going to be black people using that pool too.
Oh, that's shameful.
I kid you not.
That's shameful.
That was the argument.
Shameful.
I mean, there was an old city council, and been around forever. And racism still existed to the extreme in that community. It was only a few years after the race riots in Wilmington, just a very few years.
Right.
And they were afraid there were going to be black people using the pool. Well, guess what they did? They built it in a predominantly black neighborhood. The first pool.
My goodness.
And it went over. I mean, everybody goes there.
And it's still open? Still
Yes,
operating?
It's still operating.
Been there for years?
And no issues. Nobody's drowned. Liability was zero.
I like the YMCA having all the liability
I do
for
too.
the swimming pool rather than the county or city.
So
Because
do I.
first time somebody slipped and fell or drowned,
Yeah.
who's going to get sued?
Well, the person with the biggest pockets, deepest pockets.
That's right.
That's the way it works.
There's a lot of liability in a swimming pool.
Yeah. We used to have a private pool. Robbie and I did. We had one.
I
where
used
we
to
lived
have an
before.
in-ground pool.
It's an in-ground pool, and of
And
course
when
you got to have a fence around it. It's
Yes,
got to
we had a
locks
fence.
on it. You can't have this, can't have that. So,
That's right.
But anyway, so there are rules to follow, and if you follow the rules, then things are going to be fine. And the benefit of teaching kids to swim,
That's just
and
right on
so
top
that
of the
these
list.
kids don't go to the beach and say, and get out there and drown. It happens every year.
Well, I've been on
How
the
much is that worth?
fence about it because I look at the pros, I look at the cons, and after listening to Royce,
It's a good business plan.
I think it is too.
It's a good business plan.
And I know that the YMCA will be speaking at the next commissioner meeting, which is this coming Wednesday at 6:00. I think if you can't go, listen, watch it on TV and on G10, which you can also get on your computer. So I think that I see this as a plus.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like it's a plus. I feel like it's a great thing.
Let's take a real quick break. We'll
Let's
wrap
do
up
that.
when we come back with some big rock news. You're live
Oh,
and local, Real
yes.
Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
You gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
The Burrow Restaurant and Bar in Swansboro is hiring. We're currently looking for experienced line cooks and expos. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. The Burrow is open 7 days a week. Stop by for an application. Our sister restaurant, Il Cigno Italiano, is also hiring line cooks, expos, and bartenders. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Burrow Restaurant on Front Street and Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue, both in Swansboro.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, let's go fishing. Folks out there in just a few minutes. The Big Rock Tournament lines will be in the water in about 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Yesterday, they had 75 of the 271 boats entered actually went out yesterday. That's more than went out the day before. 14 went out the day before.
Seas were high.
Seas are high. Unfortunately, no blue marlin were caught yesterday.
A lot of hooked and released.
And nothing. Of course, they still got that fabulous fisherman's title waiting for somebody to grab it. Somebody today needs to catch a 500-pound blue marlin.
Yes.
Or bigger.
I'm so excited because it's going to be a pure shootout between today and tomorrow.
And if you get a 500-pounder today and you get back to the scales first, you got yourself right off the bat $739,500, regardless of how you finish in the tournament.
Right.
But if you get a 500-pounder, given that the biggest fish so far is 470 pounds, that is still the C minus or C student. I'm not sure what it is.
C minus.
Out of Houston.
Right.
Still in first place with the 470 pounds. They're looking at a bunch of money in themselves.
Oh, wow.
Sea Toy is in second with 463 pounds. Predator out of Cape Hatteras is third with 459 pounds. In fourth place with 408 pounds is the Seawolf. Now, there are... where did that go?
Have you seen the Predator? That is the most beautiful boat.
No, I haven't seen it.
Holy moly, it's beautiful.
A lot of the boats sat out yesterday to either rest up because taking a pounding over the past few days,
Yes.
or to avoid yesterday's rough water out on the coast. One of those boats that stayed back today was yesterday was the Labrador, which is captained by longtime Morehead City resident and Greenville native Wade Fickling.
Good girl.
Fickling's been fishing in the
Yes.
Big Rock tournament for more than 20 years. He's just about seen everything you can imagine to see. Created a few fish stories of his own, and including one, the one that got away moment.
So, is that the one that would have made $1 million and it got away from him?
No, they Fickling's out on the back on the water today. So anyway, 271 boats. We'll have to wait and see what they do today and tomorrow. And fishing lasts all day up until 3 p.m. There were fish that were hooked up yesterday.
Yeah, weighed in.
Yeah, they didn't weigh in on them. None of them were brought in because they hooked up and cut them loose. They get points for that.
On the marlins,
So
yes.
whoever catches the most points of releasing fish and whatever, you can get money too.
Yeah, first catch and release of the day gets a good check.
So
They did bring in some dolphin
Yep.
yesterday.
Yep.
I think some wahoos.
yeah,
So-
first place in Wahoo still stands at 59.7 pounds,
That was a big
and the first place in Dolphin still stands at 59.3 pounds. That's a nice dolphin.
Yes, it is.
First place in tuna, 42.8 pounds. So anyway, some nice fish have been caught and brought to the scales, and a lot of fish been caught and hooked up, and they cut them loose or they pull the hook or whatever. So
I got so tickled that there was one that called in yesterday towards the end of the day and said, well, we caught a dolphin, but something took a bite out of it.
Oh, my.
And we want to know, can we still bring it in
nope,
to be weighed?
it's been mutilated.
Yes. And I'm like, what? How can you? He tried. He
Yeah,
said, well,
well,
I wasn't sure.
Take it in and dress it out and go ahead and put it on the grill. That's how you can do that.
Yes.
The vice president will be in Charlotte on the 24th, that's next week, to discuss abortion rights. It's been 1 year since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. In the meantime, North Carolina recently passed more restrictive abortion legislation, banning most abortions after 12 weeks. And I guess the president's czar for the border and czar for abortion rights and the czar for whatever he's put her in charge of. She done nothing.
She's done
She is
absolutely
less
nothing.
than nothing. She's in the minus category, way below freezing.
Way below.
So
Goodness.
anyway, a guy in Greenville, he got himself in the lottery. He got $518,000. Says he's going to buy his
Just-
mama a house.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's really
That's
nice.
sweet. But I can't win anything. I hope we win that 20,000 though.
Yeah.
And it on people right here in Onslow.
Yeah.
We
Anyway.
got sports talk coming up soon.
Sports talk. Let's talk about that a little bit. That's going to
Yeah.
be at a little after 9 o'clock this
Just
morning.
in a couple
And
minutes.
Who they got?
In the studio will be Jeff Pittman, who has been in Onslow for 6 years since coming to work for the Onslow County Schools. He has coached at the OCSA for 4 years and is coaching the OCSA 05 premier team that just won the state cup. Jeff played college soccer at UNCW, and formerly was the head women's soccer coach at Campbell University. Go Campbell. He's currently the chief technology officer for Onslow County Schools.
Oh, cool.
He's going to be their guest today, so
So
that ought to
join-
be a great show.
Join Chris Rayner right after the Fox News break, which is upcoming in a couple of minutes.
Yes.
And Chris and his guests will be there. And then about a little after 10 o'clock, we're going to have
My favorite.
a daily dose of the D's.
Well,
He's my second favorite.
He's my favorite national. Now, my favorite local.
It's Hollywood
It's
at
Hollywood.
3 o'clock this afternoon. Man.
That's right.
Down at Sneads Ferry, a 21-year-old has been arrested in relation to threats made against a Sneads Ferry daycare.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Female, according to the Onslow Sheriff's Office. On the 13th, Onslow County deputies dispatched to the Child Care Network in Sneads Ferry after receiving reports of a threat. Deputies say they met with witnesses who reported that Haley Dawn Barnes made a threat to daycare staff that she would come to work the following day to up the place. What?
What?
Further investigation revealed and witnesses are interviewed and
Lord.
additional evidence was collected to corroborate witness statements. And so she has now been arrested. They met with her, who lived in Sneads Ferry, and she was arrested yesterday. She's taken before a magistrate, charged with felony communicating a threat of mass violence on educational property, and she was placed under a $5,000 secured bond.
Wow.
People, quit
Wow.
getting stupid. Just
Stupid,
quit
stupid,
being
stupid
stupid.
is, stupid does. So we have a lot coming up this weekend. We have got, of course, the Big Rock finishing
Yes.
up Saturday. We've got the Redfish
The
tournament
Redfish Madness
this weekend. We've got the Polynesian Festival starting tonight and tomorrow.
Yes, today and tomorrow.
We have the Amateur Radio Club.
No, that's next weekend.
Oh, thank you, Lord, because I was like, how
There's
are we
just
going to
no
do
way.
all that? Okay, good. So that's next weekend.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll talk about field day again next
Yes,
week.
yes. So we have a lot going on this weekend.
Meanwhile, weather's nice. Get out and enjoy
Stay
it,
safe,
please.
yes.
Okay, and just check out all the cool stuff that we have that's available here in Onslow County.
Here's my favorite doggies.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.